Now, as I was saying, um, after a while, things would settle down, but it's still at times people nitpicking about just stupid, goofy, crazy stuff, Um, it was times that um, I know after a while, Christine brung in her brother. She hired her brother. Now, I guess her brother was there to help because at one point in time, we had a young lady there. I don't want to forget her, Brenda, a sweetheart. She was an administrative assistant. Now, she's wound up leaving not long after Lady Lonnie had left. Actually, she got fired by Rick because she took a position that she thought she could handle, but she hadn't done anything like that in years, and she really didn't have no training. She just took it over. And I'm like, why would you set yourself up to do that? But she took on the position. She fucked it up. Rick wasn't liking it and fired her. But she was a sweet lady. Miss Brenda, she was a sweetheart. Um, but she worked as an administrative assistant there, and she actually was reception. That Sonia was hired on as administrative assistant there, and I guess Miss Brenda didn't want that reception job, so she wanted to another job. But again, Miss Brenda, she was a sweetheart. She really, I think, honestly, I think Miss Brenda should have stayed there because she actually was a calm in the office. She wasn't the one that would get upset and act crazy in the office like everybody else. And I think that's where he fucked up then and there, letting her go. But anyway, as I said, Christine wind up hiring her brother, I guess, to help out and assist. Hold on, I skipped over Igor. Let's not forget Igor. She wound up hiring Igor, someone she used to work with also. Now, actually, I'm not sure if the other girl was there while Igor was still there, but somewhere in between, I don't know, because I really didn't care about all of that shit that was going on. But she hired Igor, another friend that she used to work with, Christine, and he wound up fucking up some shit there, and Rick didn't like it, so they wound up bumping heads, and he wound up firing Igor, and when Igor left, Igor had the office and some of the emails under, well, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna leave that alone because I don't want to tell Igor shit. But he didn't leave in good terms, and I understand why. The way he was treated and the way he and Rick bumped heads. I get why he left and was pissed off when he left. But Christine hired him. They were friends and they worked and everything. But I don't know how many times you hear them cussing out each other. Like I said, it was not a decent regular office setting. Nobody respected really each other. Everybody cussing out each other, and it was just a mess. But anyway, my thing is that she brought in a friend, and it's cool, but I guess he wasn't up to par, so he wound up getting fired. So, and between that time, she winds up bringing in her brother Alex to help out. Now, mind you, Alex is a sweetheart, but he didn't belong there. But he wanted to help out, and Christine needed him to get a job. I guess their mother's house just burnt up. It was a lot of stuff that went on in the office, stuff going on, like my mom getting sick, me having to take off, but I still worked from home during that times and still tried to help out as best as I could. I didn't take off that long. But it was things that was going on in the office, everyday stuff. It's not the typical office, like I'm saying, and it's not as professional as it should be. It's not now, never will be. But my thing is that it's because that's how Rick let it get. And my thing is when you start letting people hire their close friends off the streets and their family off the street that they're going to be directly over it. It's not a good idea. Now, if they would have been in another different department or said, yeah, I got a good fit for a building manager, maybe, but not someone who's going to come in the office and be directly under them and doing the same work as everybody else that's been there. And so that caused a rift with that because they were at times getting away with different stuff. And you could see the favoritism being played, and you could see how people were getting taken out to lunch and other people was not being asked and everything. And that's cool because I'm a tourist. I keep to myself. I don't need to have a group of people. It's cool to hang out with people, but I don't need that. And so, but you could see it going on, and you could see how everybody would rather play around the kiss up role than talk about it behind the boss's back all the time. And that's how it was. Still how it's going to be, I'm pretty sure. But nothing was professional. Everything was a shit show there. You was always getting blamed for something that you didn't do, you know. So again, after Igor was left, Alex was hired, and that was a shit show then too, because brother and sister, how can you hire your brother and get on him every time he makes a mistake? This man would cry in the office because she would get on him so bad. But my thing is, Christine, you knew that your brother was not capable of doing that work. You thought it was easy, and it probably is for people like you and me and those who've been working in the office, but he was a damn massage therapist. And matter of fact, Alex, if you see this video, you still owe me a massage because I am still tense in the shoulders. But anyway, that boy, I'm sorry. I felt bad for him at times because he did. He tried to impress everybody and he was getting them invoices in. I mean, he was getting them in wrong. But he was getting them in, but I felt so bad for him. But it wouldn't be a day that he wasn't getting cussed out. Things were being slammed, and nobody wanted to work in an environment like that. But this was what we were going through. But yet, still, nobody factors that in. Nobody factors any of this in. So I guess after all of this, years of this bullshit going on, things just going wrong left and right, associations saying their account's not looking right, I guess, Christine, yeah, she was out there, with her job. She was our boss, but yeah, I can really respect someone who told me they were sniffing a whole 8 ball all weekend and tripping out with her ex and just calling people malakas and all of that shit. I couldn't respect anybody like that, and I couldn't respect the fact that when she had told Rick that I wouldn't help her little friend when she hired her, So I always looked at her weirdly, and so you can never look at her as a real manager. But yet it's still, you have to look to Rick for that because he is the one that hired her. Now, on to now, January of 2025, he did wind up getting rid of Christine in December and hiring on Miss Melissa. Now, Mrs. Melissa, I would give her that know how to balance her accounts and get shit in order, but she is not a good manager. And she wants to do that rah team player teamwork and bullshit, but when you came into that office, you started out on bullshit. First of all, if anything, you really didn't even come in to get to know your workers and really find out what was going on. You just told me, look, you need our help. You're there to clean up whatever is going on and get acclimated to the new position. You don't have any training there. You're just trying to figure out stuff. I get that. I got that. No problem. We're going to keep putting in our invoices and doing what we need to do. I wasn't going to bother her with unnecessary bullshit because there's a lot of stuff you can very well figure out for yourself that we don't need you for. But my thing is that after a while, you know, that we need someone there because we did have at one time 3 people there putting in invoices. Now my thing is that we could have went back to 2 people putting in the invoices. Me and Gilbert, all you had to do was tell Rick to up us our pay just a little bit more, and then hire your daughter on to help you, and we wouldn't have had to worry about who was putting in invoices and who wasn't. But the bitch wasn't smart enough to do that. Instead, what she does is she hires on her daughter to take Alex's position. Okay? And during this time, for a whole week that her daughter came into the office, not only was her and her daughter late, she come in and she will be playing on her phone all day long. Just playing there, not putting in not one fucking invoices, not getting them scanned in. Now, the first couple of days that she was there, I trained her that one day. That one day. I know her daughter wasn't stupid. She worked in the county before. It's quick. It's actually quick to catch on. So I trained her that one day. But the rest of the week, that bitch didn't put in shit. She was playing on her phone. And then, mind you, come that Friday, she brings her kids into the office like it's a fucking daycare. You just got hired. You and your mom. And y'all doing this shit. And this went on for 2 weeks straight. She did that and brought the kids into the office. Now, mind you, I don't have a problem if, okay, that was told to Rick that you didn't have daycare, but you were going to bring in your kids to actually just, if you were really doing some work, but you weren't even doing work. Wasn't even doing the work. And then, because she's falling behind on her work and getting the bills in, her mother wants to run to Rick and tell him, well, first of all, I'm pretty sure he was asking why aren't these bills getting put in when she wasn't there. And I'm pretty sure they was coming up with some other bull lame excuse as to why they weren't getting put in. But yet and still, you're not telling this to your team, your office team that you need the help from. It's just looking like she's sitting there doing nothing because during the whole day, that's what she's doing. So how are you helping your mom out, and how are you doing your job if you're just on the phone all day? So weeks passed, and so again, like I said, I guess Rick was wondering if she was going to get those bills put in on time, and was like, yeah, if we could get some help around here, and, figuring that me and Gilbert are going to step in and help. And me and Gilbert both looking at her and like, what the fuck? If we could sit there and play on our phones all day, we can. But, we wasn't doing that shit, but her daughter got the ability to do that. And then was told to the boss that we wasn't help putting in the bills. We wasn't help her putting in the bills, the invoices. Now tell me once again, why the hell will I do somebody's work and not get paid for it? She was hired on to do that job and has not put in anything. But yet and still you asking help from me and my coworker both, and we both said the same thing. But see, when they went in the office, because they took my coworker first, and I guess it was something about else. He was making a lot of mistakes and everything. So, but when they called me in the office, it was about helping put in invoices. What? You went to the boss man and told the boss man that I wasn't helping put in invoices. Lawanda, is there a reason why you're not helping put in invoices? Well, yes, Rick, actually it is. Why would I have somebody who's not doing their job? You want me to be a team player, but we have no team. You just want me to do her work. Rick, I have no problem helping a person put in their invoices if they're working. Nothing is being relayed to us. Nothing is being told to us. This little lady is sitting there for 8 hours a day, playing on her phone, walking back and forth, in and out of the door, up and down the hallway, in the bathroom, holding telephone conversations. But yet and still, I'm getting called, a grown-ass woman, 50 years old, getting called into the boss's office because you're telling on me because I want to help your daughter put in her invoices. And she didn't like that. I told him that. So then from there on, it was like how to get her out of here. And so I'm pretty sure that once she started getting his account straightened up and everything, and, because after that meeting, this bitch did not say anything to me. I promise you, all communications were over emails. She didn't say anything to me. The only time she said something to me when I was telling Gilbert now that somebody was going in and messing with the sync system and taking us off of stuff, which she was. Sync doesn't just go in there and take people and kick them off of stuff. She was going in there and messing up the users. Then she would come out in general. I wouldn't mess up. I wouldn't take anybody off and do this because I wouldn't let my team messed up. You're a motherfucking lie. You was taking us off of stuff because you didn't want us doing stuff or seeing what was going on. Because we could see who was putting in bills for us and we could see an audit of things that was going on. And the truth of the matter is, we shouldn't have to come every time and ask to be unlocking a building because you want to take over and don't want us to see something. Something was going on. So that's showing me something. You just coming in and want to be gung-ho and take over shit. Oh, I'm going to tell everybody what they don't have access to. Didn't even find out and get a chance to find out what we need access to. Just taking us off of shit. Because she mad now. And like I said, she wouldn't talk to me at all until the day of firing. Amanda, can you come into my office for a moment? Oh, sure. And this time I'm still trying to work, get my last check out, do my due diligence. And then this bitch calls me into the office and say, I'm sorry, we decided this is going to be your last day. We who? Because at that time, like I said, it was just me, her, and Calvin, the Uncle Tom nigga with the fucked up mouth in the office. And this is such a kiss-ass nigga. As many times as I helped him and covered his ass and gave him his checks and put in stuff for him and called shit for him, this motherfucker couldn't see to stand up for me at all. He just standing there being security because he thinking, and this bitch thinking, I'm finna jump on this hoe. I got more respect for myself than that. I would never fight anybody in the workplace. Bitch, I catch you outside like that bitch said. But yet she said, this Uncle Tom motherfucker in the office. Then he gonna lie. Well, he didn't lie. He just stood up there shaking his head. Because she gonna say, because when she said, we decided, I'm like, for what? What is the excuse? What is the problem? Why am I being let go? And we found that you are making too many mistakes have been made. Bitch, you're a motherfucking lie. You are a motherfucking lie. You know I do my work and you know I do my work well. And the only mistake that was done was on a damn pesticide invoice And we had already taken care of that. And they get billed monthly anyway, every month. So that double payment would have went on to the next payment. And if you're trying to say I almost made a $16,000 payment, a double payment, use the motherfucking line. Because I could tell you why. That motherfucker Rick already gave me their invoices for that $16,000 that was in the system. Then his monkey ass come up and handwrite a different invoice a couple of days later. That's why it was 2 invoices in there. So that wasn't my fault either. And that was caught before it was even paid. So what mistakes were you talking about? It was no mistakes. Because you wasn't there long enough to say I was making any mistakes like that. You just didn't like the fact that I told Rick that your daughter wasn't working and that we wasn't going to put in the invoices for her until she started working. That's why your asses used to take the invoices home and work from home and put them in that way. Because she still wasn't doing shit while she was there. Come up with all the excuses that she's going to court because she was in an abusive relationship with her boyfriend. What the fuck that got her to do with her being at work now putting in them invoices? Why is she constantly on her phone? And it don't look like she handling business, smiling and laughing to me. Y'all come up in here with all of this bullshit. And of course, you and your mother gonna work great together. Me and my daughter work great together. When I got her a job at my previous real estate company, I worked there for 10 years. And I was a damn good manager there too. If you motherfuckers would have known. Worked there for 10 years. Got my daughter a job there. Didn't play no favoritisms. But my daughter did her work. She didn't slack off. She did what she needed to do, unlike yours. But anyway, as I was saying, this is the type of bullshit that I had to deal with. And then me going through menopause too. Oh, hell no. You not going to try to play me in my face. I already got issues and problems, hot flashes. I got fans at church. I got fans at work. I'm opening and up windows and shit. And you still trying to play me like a damn fool? I'm still doing my job. I'm coming there back aching. I'm coming in there with migraines. And he just let this little bitch in. And just because she didn't like because I told the truth, she let me go. But you're not showing how to be a good manager. Then even a day after that, you got your daughter's friend in there working. Y'all trying to take over. Y'all trying to bleed out the accounts. What the fuck are you trying to do? Trying to get somebody in there, have Gilbert do all your work now for you? While you 3 bitches slack off? And I feel for the new black manager that came in. She seemed like she's going to be a sweet lady. The black building manager, Latrice is her name, I believe. And the reason why I believe that is because she seemed like she know what she's doing. And my thing is, Roger, you are such an asshole. Why would you be training this lady and got her in front of your desk or her knees? You should have got her a chair at least. That would have been the gentleman thing to do. So she could have sat down. Shit, Alex grabbed me a chair all the time and the boy was gay. And he grabbed the chair for me all the time when I was trying to train him. That's the least you could have did. But I think I hope that she lasts and be a good manager. Matter of fact, I hope she finds a better company to work for. Because Rick don't give a fuck. The other managers, Yvette that left, that's a group in its own. Like I said, I didn't want to make this too long. Didn't want to go into too many details about that place. But that's how it was where I was working. And like I said, when one door closes, another one opens. I thank God I have a understanding husband, and like he said, baby, you ain't gotta rush back to work. And I love him for that. And I love he's also trying to help get me a job. But when one door closes, another one opens. And I don't think I was meant to stay there any longer anyway, because like I said, by the time Christmas got here, this past Christmas, I wasn't feeling it. At first, I didn't mind cooking and bringing in a little shit for potlucks there. But this last one, I was just not feeling it. I bought some damn chicken from Wells and said, fuck it. Here, there you go. Eat that shit. And that wasn't a good one because Wells on Chicago Avenue is not that good. I'm just saying. But I had a feeling that this was going to be my last Christmas there and with anything. But I didn't think it would be so quick into the year, especially, not after I've been such a good employee there. I never caused no bullshit, I let people know what was going on with me and my family. If I was going to be late, I let you know. If I was one coming in, I let you know. I had plenty of days. I never used all my vacation days.